Politicians and members of the judiciary close to President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan are working on plans for closure of the pro-Kurdish opposition People's Democratic Party, HDP, one of the CEO leaders of the party said on Saturday. Selahattin Demirtaş said the preparations are being coordinated at the law office of Burhan Kuzu, the former head of the parliament's constitutional committee who has been recently appointed as an aide to Erdoğan. Preparations are being made at Kuzu's private office, and not at the office of the Chief Prosecutor of the Supreme Court of Appeals, Demirtaş said at a meeting at the HDP headquarters in Ankara, adding that the initiative aims more at stripping the HDP of Treasury aid than its actual closure. He said there was an effort to prevent the HDP from emerging as a rival strong enough to block the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, ambitions. Demirtaş and the HDP's other CEO leader, Figen Yüksekdağ, are facing criminal probes for inciting violence and terrorism propaganda. The investigations were launched this week, days after Erdoğan said HDP deputies should be stripped of their parliamentary immunity. If the prosecutors' offices conducting the investigations decide that the two CEO chairs broke the law, they will submit a demand to the Ministry of Justice to strip them of their parliamentary immunity so that they can be put on trial. Demirtaş said attempts to lift the immunity of HDP deputies were part of attempts to undermine the HDP. He said a state prosecutor who happens to be a relative of the owner of a pro-Erdoğan media group was also involved in plans to close down the HDP. Demirtaş said the media boss was Sems, an apparent reference to businessman Ethem Sancak who owns the media group that includes the pro-Erdoğan Akşam newspaper. Sancak has stirred the social media when he declared he fell in love with Erdoğan, suggesting that his feelings for the president was a divine love between two men like that of Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi and his companion Semih Tabrizi. They have the state, they have the judiciary. They have the power to say I make peace whenever I want and I make whenever I want, Demirtaş said.